Hello everyone, this is Sam from DATEC Studios. In this video, I want to talk about some object properties, especially for rendering features. As you see in this scene, I have a teapot and reflective ground and shadows, of course. By default, any reflective objects will reflect any objects in the scene and also cast a shadow. As you see, if I render again, you will see the result. We have shadow casting, also shadow on the self object and reflection. But if I select the ground and right click, we have object properties. In the rendering control, we have some abilities here. First of all, visibility. 1 is mean 100% renderable. If I set on 0 value and press OK, as you see, now the object won't render at all. Also, you could make it semi-transparent, however, it is not the way to make object transparent, but it's still working. Actually, it's rendering 50% of what it is. Opacity, textures, shadows, and reflections. Right click object properties and set on 1. If you don't like to render, you could even disable renderable and it won't render at all, like visibility 0. And we have few options here. First of all, we have cast shadow, which it means won't generate any shadows on any other objects. For example, if I select this teapot, right click object property and disable cast shadow and OK. If I render, as you see, this object won't generate shadows anymore, so this object exists, affected on reflection, but won't generate any shadow. Object properties, we could disable visible to camera, which it is different with renderable. When you disable visible to camera, if I render, see here, we won't see the object, but still we have shadows and reflections. In some cases, for example, if you like to make some kind of animation, something like ghost, you could make an object, it won't visible to camera, but affect the reflection on mirror or other surfaces. Okay, allow me to bring it back. Or you could disable visible to reflection and refraction. This time object is visible, but it won't generate any reflection. It has shadow, it is visible to camera, but there is no reflection on the surface. Allow me to add another object to show you. Still the ground have reflection. See, here we have reflection, but this teapot won't generate any reflection. Alright, allow me to set default. And on the ground, right click object properties. Also you could set same values here. For example, I could disable receive shadow and OK. This time my object visible, have reflection, but this ground won't receive any types of shadows. As you see, the ground won't receive shadow, but the teapot casts its own shadow. If you want to disable it, you have two options. Right click object properties. You could disable receive shadows and cast shadows, but because I already disabled receive shadows for the ground, so I could just enable receive shadows and OK. This time the teapot won't cast its own shadow. Alright, I'm closing that. Right click object properties, and if I disable visible to camera, visible to reflection, refraction, receive shadow and cast shadow, and now start rendering, as you see, it is similar to not renderable. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.